Hi, I'm Rob. I have brick and mouth syndrome, and hopefully my audio isn't too balked this time. Third time's a charm. I've tried so many different microphones at this point. I'm recording this a little bit earlier than I normally do. Hopefully nothing major happens news-wise this week, or you will see it scrolling along down here already. So let's get into it. First of all, it started as a tease, then it was announced, and then it became a rumour. This planet's weird, but Green Day have announced a summer stadium tour. So far, we only have the American dates that have been announced, and that's pretty cool. On the bottom of that poster, it says that UK and EU dates are to come, but either way, that is pretty interesting. I need new words still. All of this is announced off the back of Dookie getting a 30th anniversary release, so it makes sense that they're going to be a tour this year to make some good memories for the album that got a lot of people of my generation into that band. The announcement of the tour came with the announcement of the tour mates that were going with it: Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and the Linda Lindas. That's pretty awesome, especially with Pumpkins already announced the tour they've got with Weezer. There's a lot of bands that are coming over. It's going to be an interesting mix, and it's going to be something special for the festival season over here next summer. Hopefully they're all in somewhere. Leaning into festival announcements, Slamdunk have announced something finally. It's nothing to do with the festival itself, it is an announcement of the Winter Tour. The Winter Jam Tour, to be specific. It's going to be a very interesting tour that's going on. It's late January, and there's a whole bunch of bands that have been announced for it. Zebrahead, Teenage Bottle Rocket, Sponge, and Millie Manders and the Shut Up. They're going all across the UK, hitting up places that often get overlooked as well. They're going to be at Manchester, Leeds, Cardiff, Bournemouth, Norwich, London and Birmingham. So they've forgotten about Scotland there, which kind of sucks. Millie also will not be at the Manchester date, which kind of sucks because she's the main draw for me for this event. I'm going to be going to the Norwich date, hopefully. Mostly because it's the closest one to me, and secondly because Millie's the draw, that's her hometown. I want to give her some hometown love. AC/DC were teasing a big announcement for this coming summer. It seems they're doing Rock in Rio, which is pretty awesome. And there's going to be another announcement teased out after that, possibly doing a stadium tour, possibly some festivals maybe. But that's going to be either before or after, no one's quite sure. With Rock in Rio being in September, there's a lot of room to play with things there. Now, the level of leaks that are coming out about festivals this year are pretty unhinged. Download has had, I've covered 2 of the leaks, and there's been so many in between that have had zero sort of authority behind what they're saying. And it seems like most of them are having even less behind what they're saying now, and it's kind of a shame. Still, the main one about Download at the moment is there will not be a Legends headline, which, coming off of the AC/DC news, probably quite certain they're not going to be there. But again, anytime I mention about leaks or rumours, they are just that secondary one. They are just rumours. There is no guarantee any of this is going to happen, no guarantee any of it is true. Take it with a massive grain of salt at the end of the day. The current headline rumours for Download have got quite interesting again. Avenged Sevenfold are sticking around, then we have Fall Out Boy have been chucked into the mix, and bizarrely, Queens of the Stone Age have been thrown in there now. I'm not convinced they are big enough to headline Download, but I've been wrong about a lot of things before. Who knows? And it'd be kind of an odd lineup, not really pushing younger bands up. So that's interesting where they've been going with this development of Download as it's evolving now. Now, Avril Lavigne has been added to some festivals in Europe. The Southside Festival, which is after Download Festival, so that gives a chance that she could appear there, or she could at least be doing something else in the UK at the time. And of course, there's still that possibility that Busted could be at Download. Does not interest me in the slightest, but Copping has said he would book them. I know a lot of people that would be interested, good for them, might be cool for them to come along and see what I do every summer. Fun to hang out with those mates. Glastonbury's pre-sale is ramping up. I believe when this comes out, at least from the time of filming, is at least 2 weeks until that pre-sale happens, I think. My time framing is very confused right now. Liam Gallagher has ruled himself out of playing Glastonbury in tweets and posts on social media. He has said he will not be performing there this year. So that's about 3 different bands ruled out. Fine, I'm not a fan of his voice. So far, Madonna is still the odds-on for being the headliner there, or at least in a Legends slot, thanks to Emily Evis and her social media postings at a Madonna gig saying that she's still got it. Good for Madonna. And Rebellion Festival is reaming off names every single day about who is going to be there this year. There's too many for me to list in this video. If it's really the one you want to go to, you'll probably already check out their socials for that. If it's not and you like punk music, check out the Rebellion Festival socials. New bands pretty much every day, and they're all really good. Small to huge bands all getting announced. Now, in channel news, some of you may be here from the wrestling shorts I've put up, or some of you guys may have even noticed them. They certainly did some good numbers. As a lot of you have known, a lot of you know, and a lot of you have mentioned, from normally I've got wrestling t-shirts on, today it's Powerpuff Girls. I go to wrestling events fairly often, generally try to go to 2 big events each year. WWE doesn't interest me, the price just makes me not want to bother for seeing that in the nosebleeds. AEW was a hard sort of, that was my limit on what I'd be willing to put up for that. But I like to go to local indie wrestling shows, so I will probably be doing a few more of them and videoing them, at least putting shorts out for it. Wrestling seemed to go down well. 2 of my 4 main loves as a child were music, wrestling, and I got comics and video games, which kind of obvious. So I'll try to do something a bit more like that, because it seemed to go down well with you guys. If you can think of anything else, chuck it at me and I'll see if there's something I can do that could at least interest you. I'm trying to be somewhat approachable here with this one, but I got no fucking clue what people want to see at the end of the day. So that's all I really have for this week, as I'm doing this one early because I've got a lot of overtime at work and I got Punk Rock Factory the night that this is going up. If anyone's at the Norwich gig, see you there. Peace!